Hi everyone, and welcome to a video in which I'm going to talk about the premiums for options on different exchanges. I will go through prices on Deribit, on Binance, on FTX, and on Okex. And I was going to moan about high prices on Binance options. However, it turns out that actually that marketplace has the best price out there by far. So that was quite a surprising result. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please look at the links below where my referrals can save you some money. So the biggest marketplace, hands down, is Deribit. And this is the current price of an option, which expires actually in 30 seconds. So this is a perfectly good timing to compare the premium on a one-day forward option on Deribit versus the price on Binance. So if you want to buy an option which expires exactly in 1 day, on Binance, your only option is to buy an option with a strike price at the current spot price, which is 8.8K, and that premium is around $100. While if you want to buy that option on Deribit, your price is somewhere between $114 and $171. So for simplicity, we can just estimate it is more or less 2/3 of the difference between this price, which is 66, so it would be around $140. So that's way more expensive than on Binance. So let's look at the break-even price. So if you buy a 1 day into the future option on Binance, your break-even price is $8,900, while if you buy, for example, this option with the strike price at $8,750, your break-even will be at well, let's start with this one. So it will be $8,875 with the cost of an option of around $110. So your break even is $8,985. So it's $85 above what's here. And then if the price goes the other direction, on Binance you only lose $100. Well, here you lose $110, and the break even price being $85 better on Binance versus Deribit is something pretty important. So now let's dissect this option with the strike price at $8,750. So this option is $50 in the money already. So we kind of need to subtract that. So the break even price with this option being $50 into the money will be $8,920. So it's still $20 better than Binance, and then if the price goes the other way, on Binance you lose $100, while here you lose $170. So that's a huge difference. Is that the same for puts? Yes. So if you buy one BTC put for 1 day into the future on Binance, you're paying $100, while here on Deribit you are paying $110 for an option with a strike price at $8,750. So that's $50 below the strike price of the Binance option. So again, this is a way better deal on Binance than it is on Deribit, and I'm actually pretty surprised about all this. Like on Twitter, everyone has been moaning a lot about these Binance options. Like here is WhalePoo, a very good group of people who know what they're doing, and they are calling these options scam. And they have a lot of scammy features. First of all, Binance is the only entity which is allowed to sell options. So if the options are cheap, then nobody really cares. But if the options are expensive, everybody would like to sell the options there. Another thing, these options are only offered on the mobile platform, so you cannot buy them on the computer, on the normal desktop interface. You need to emulate a mobile phone or an Android system or iOS to get access to these options. So a lot of people are jumping on the hate kind of train for these options. And here the daily options were trading at $200 each, and that was way overpriced. And maybe CZ, who is the CEO of Binance, decided to make the price more attractive for the buyers to make the PR better. Maybe after this all just gets it calms down and gets silenced a bit, maybe the premiums will go back up. But at the moment, these are some really good prices for the options. And how does that compare to other marketplaces? So another big marketplace is FTX. It's quite it's quite early for FTX options. They have been launched only a few months ago. In the past, when I was comparing the premiums on Deribit with FTX, the price on FTX has not been particularly good. At some points in time it was equal, at some points in time it was less favorable on FTX. So let's look at the 1 day into the future, 3rd of May, 1 BTC option on FTX. And our best quote. So the market makers are now looking at the quote, looking at the volatility, and they're deciding how much that option is worth for them. So it's $95 for a call option for $9,000 strike 1 day into the future. While on Deribit we can buy this for $66. So not great. Let's look at one of the big contracts, 26th of June. So one option, 26th of June. Why 26th of June? This is the day when a lot of futures contracts expire, and it's reasonable for a lot of big options contracts to expire as well. It makes arbitrage simple. So for 10K to buy a call, it's $655. Okay, so FTX is really expensive. So 10K, wow, it's actually quite amazing how bad the price on FTX is. Yeah, $1,000. Okay, so it's pretty much double. Let's look at the puts. Maybe the puts are better priced. Maybe someone just bought a lot of calls and skewed the price on FTX. So let's look at, well, we should probably go for the run-of-the-mill option. So we are at above 8K, so we shouldn't quote 10K. 8K put will be more natural. So we want to buy a put option with a strike at 8K. So let's quote this. And we are only requesting for small size. If you increase the size, it will the offer will be even worse. So 8K, we want to buy a put. It will cost us $700. Oh, we have messed up the expiry. It's 26th of June. Strike price 8K. That will be way too good, the price that we saw on the screen. 8K, good, 26th of June. Would be really nice to buy this one. Fine, so we have 2K. Okay, so these options are way overpriced. I cannot recommend for anyone to buy these options. So it's 8K, 26th of June, 8K, 26th of June, buying. Oh, did I select a call? Yeah, it was supposed to be a put. Oh God, Sorry about that. 8,000. It's really easy to make a simple mistake on these, because you have to input everything by hand and then get a manual quote. Here we go, 1,000. So it's again twice the price, and I'm sure that if we go further into the expiry dates, it will be bad as well. However, there are times when the premiums are exactly the same on Deribit versus FTX. The interface is not particularly good here, but it will improve over time, and I'm sure that in the future FTX will become the biggest market maker on their exchange, because they are doing a lot to improve the volume on their exchange. And let's compare Deribit with Okex. And here we go, 9K call option expired on 8th of May, and that's the shortest expiry date they are offering. So 9K, if you want to buy a call, it's 229, while here it is 229, exactly the same. So back to all options, 229, and if you want to sell it, 207, while on Deribit it's 220. So Deribit gives you a better price if you want to sell your option. How about the puts? So a put at $8,750 strike, the option costs you $295, while on Okex it is $277. So it's actually a better buy for a put option on Okex at the moment at this expiry. Can you make an instant arbitrage? The buy price for so it's cheaper on Okex, so you can buy it on Okex at 277 and you can sell it on Deribit for 273. So you cannot make an instant profit, and this is more or less what I would expect, as these two exchanges are pretty well arbitraged, so I wouldn't really expect such an inefficiencies to be there in the market. Let's move further into the curve, and again a big contract, 26th of June. If you want to have liquidity on the contract you are trading, you should go towards these big expiries, and a call for 9K costs $1,035, while here it costs $1,009. The put for 8K is $700 here on Deribit, and the put for 8K is $722. So more or less these prices are comparable. They are pretty much the same. And I don't think, well, on Okex, I probably wouldn't trust Okex too much. Their exchange is a little bit shady, but overall it works, and if there is a good opportunity, I would trade on Okex, but if I don't have to, and if I can pick a venue, I wouldn't pick Okex. I have much more trust in Deribit and FTX exchanges and Bitmex than I have in Okex. So here you go. The best price for daily options at the moment is Binance. However, just remember about these caveats that the only seller is Binance, and they can just ramp up the price at any point. So best to double check the price on Binance with the price on the biggest marketplace, which is Deribit. A few things, since I'm praising Binance so much, I need to mention that I'm not entirely convinced that the volume they are posting, that their futures and derivatives volumes are completely genuine. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, please comment and subscribe. Please look at the links below where my referral links can save you some money.